Hello again. I've been asked a bit about wood burners by various people on YouTube since I posted the last video of my wood burner under construction. So I thought I'd show you this one, which is the Mark III model, designed specifically for cooking on. As you can see, we've got a nice long flue on it. That is just a bit of flue pipe. It's 3-inch diameter flue pipe, and that bottom bit of metal is a 3-inch diameter tube from my local metal supplies place. A bit of tube cost me about £8, I think. Again, it's made out of an old gas bottle. You can see the shape of the gas bottle laid down there, and this time I've done the door a bit different to make it a much snugger fit. What I've done is just cut a square in the end of the bottle, and rather than try and fill the square in with a bit of metal, I've cut the top off another bottle, the remains of which you see here. Cut that top off and made a door to fit to, and again just used a couple of bits of metal strip here and a nail for a hinge, and that is a really snug fit on there. As you can see, there's hardly any gap at all around there, and you could probably make that an airtight seal if you put a latch on it and put a bit of the sealing string around there. This one is laid down, the others were stood up. The reason I've laid it down is to try and get more heat to the hot plate. The theory is that the heat from the coals, or from the wood rather, will come up and hit the bottom of this hot plate because there's a hole in the side of the bottle under there. I've not just glued that hot plate onto the top. There's actually a hole in there, you probably can't see, but the bottle is cut away underneath this plate, so the heat, the hot gases and smoke will actually rise up and hit the bottom of this plate. The idea then is that that smoke moves along, rolling around under the bottom of this plate and eventually up the chimney, but on its way it hits this plate here, this end plate, which goes all the way across through inside the bottle and is just a little bit higher than the top of the door hole, so the smoke will go along inside, hit the bottom of the hot plate, then hopefully hit that end of the hot plate to make it swirl around a bit more before it actually goes up the chimney. As you can see on this end, the bottom of those plates that go down inside the bottle, these plates here, the bottom of those is 2 or 3 inches above the top of the door hole, so hopefully you won't get smoke out of the door every time you open the door to restoke it. The feet are actually the bottom of the bottle, cut off and cut in two. If I show you on this one, the feet are actually this part of the bottle, sliced off around there and then cut in two and welded back onto the side of the bottle to make 4 feet. This bottle now will obviously make the feet for another burner, and it will also make another end door, so we'll actually be able to make 2 of these log burners out of 3 bottles in total. So the only bits that I bought for this, for the basic burner, were this bit of steel plate, the bit down the front, and the bit down this end here, the bit in the side here, these pieces are actually slightly curved, and the reason they're slightly curved is there's a bit I cut out of the bottle. If you imagine where that hot plate is, I kind of cut out a section of the bottle like that. I then chopped it in two and turned it inside out and welded it back on inside there. So all I bought was that piece, and that piece of metal there, three bits for the hot plate, and the bit of metal tube. Oh, and also the little bit here to hold the door on, to make the hinge for the door. And then found a big nail to stick in to actually make the hinge part. I've been asked if wood burners need grates in. The answer is no, you don't have a fire grate in a wood burner. You would only have a fire grate in if you were going to burn coal or coke on it. Wood burns better just on a bed of ash, and when you want to let air in to make it burn more vigorously, with a wood burner you admit the air above the bed of the fire, not below it. So it's not like a coal fire where you get the hair underneath up through the grate. A wood burner burns much better if you admit the air from above. I've not thought much about putting an air control on this yet. The only thing we've got at the moment is the little hole here where the valve originally was for the gas bottle. That's a little threaded hole there. But that's the only thing I've got at the moment. What I might do is make that hole a bit bigger and then put some kind of adjusting valve on the top of it to adjust the amount of air that can go into the fire. So no grate in it, got to have a bit of air going in, and that's about it really. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment on the video, or drop me another video and just ask me, and I'll let you know how we get on with this model when we've had a test firing in it. Okay, that's all for now. Bye.